Hey, if no one today have told you that you are loved, let me be the first. You are loved. Let's talk about it. Peace. I'm G. Marcel, and thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of Talk About It. So, on this week's edition of Talk About It, we're going to talk about grateful. And I kind of touched on this a couple of weeks ago with thankful, but it's kind of slightly different, almost one and the same, right? So, when you look at grateful, grateful is the feeling or appreciation of kindness, right? Listen, there's plenty of things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for the things that I have. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the good times and the bad times. Definitely the bad times, because without those times, I wouldn't be where I am today. The good times, because it allows me to look back on the bad times and enjoy the good times that I do have. When you look at certain things in certain situations, you have a lot to be thankful for, or grateful for, I should say. Especially in a situation where you're complaining about everything, but when you really stop and listen to someone else's issue or problem, it's nowhere near comparable. So that's something to consider. Look at your situation. You have something to eat, you have a roof over your head, you're working a job, especially if it's a decent paying job. Be grateful. Be grateful. Be considerate. It could be worse for you. You could be a person not working. You could be a person without food. You have some people here who are working on a daily basis trying to make ends meet, or they barely have enough. Well, I tell you what, if you are one of those people who are making ends meet and you barely have enough, believe it or not, still be grateful for that situation, because at least you have enough. At least you are making ends meet. It's barely, but the reality of it is you making those ends meet. You connecting the dots. I don't care if you did it by an inch. I don't care if you did it by 5 miles. The reality of it is you made the dots connect. So that's something to be grateful about. Another meaning for grateful is received or experienced with gratitude. Gratitude being another word for thankful. Received or experienced thankful. Welcome. Please understand, if you have things that you are thankful for and someone has given it to you, or someone has helped you, please let that person know. He or she, whoever, manager, supervisor, boss, whoever, definitely God, just stop for a minute and say thank you. Tomorrow is not promised. No one owes you anything. So the minute that you do receive some type of help, or the minute that you do, out of the blue from nowhere, get some assistance, or something happens to you that's good, that you never even expected, Tell that person thank you. Be grateful. Show it. Because it didn't have to be. It didn't have to be at all. Again, especially if you see this person on a daily basis or whatnot, no one's promised tomorrow. So you fool around and you wait to say something, oh, okay, they did it, whatever. And before you know it, the minute you think about saying, hey, well, you know what? I appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. Then they dead. Unfortunately, we stay in a day and time where people are passing left and right. Show gratefulness. Show gratitude. All right? So, if no one today have told you that you are loved, let me be the first. You are loved. And I'll see you next week.